May I see your license, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Hang on just 1 second. Will this work for you? I can't seem to find my license, but...
You have a good day, sir.
Young people, freedom is not free. Someone always has to pay the price. The price is high, but Americans have always been willing to pay it when necessary. My advice to you is to keep yourself prepared, because it may be your turn the next time freedom is threatened.
Just to let you know, I am recording you.
You have your ID?
Huh?
You have your ID?
You don't need to see my ID.
Because I'm done talking with you.
What do you mean you're done talking with me? You can't do that. You just pushed me out the door. I want to make a complaint.
Okay, well then that's evidence again. Either that. Okay, well then that's evidence again. Either that. Okay, well then that's evidence again. Either that or go out.
You
Get out right now.
get out. What do you?
Get out of the daggone.
Why are you pushing me? Why are you pushing me?
Get out.
False imprisonment. That's false imprisonment, sir.
On February 7th, 2024, Bismo Funyon received a phone call from a sergeant at the London Police Department in London, Kentucky. It was in regards to his complaint against two officers. The sergeant indicated to Bismo that he could come down to the police station to fill out the complaints formally. It's at this moment that the sergeant takes him down the back hall towards the offices so he could fill out his complaint. Then he literally pushes him right out the back door. Bismo goes around the front, where he's now approached by that sergeant and another sergeant. Still, they refuse to let him file a complaint, and then they arrest him for resisting. But should we really be surprised, because London, Kentucky is the sister city of London Police, Ohio?
Call and say anything doesn't mean it's a crime.
It's our job to investigate it.
It doesn't mean it's a crime. Suspicion doesn't mean you get ID.
Yeah.
No.
I asked you for your name and date of birth.
What crime have I committed?
I asked you for your name and date of birth.
What crime have I committed? You're detaining me for a crime.
Yes, you're being
What crime?
criminal mischief.
I'm not. Is that illegal?
Well, it's not
It-
legal.
Okay. I'm not. Is that illegal?
Well, it's not
It-
legal.
Okay. Now articulate criminal mischief.
Do you live in the area?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Doesn't
Because if
matter.
you don't live in the area, you have no business being over here.
You're gonna keep walking around.
Okay. Not until I identify you.
No. No, thank you.
It's not no thank you.
What
asked
crime
you for
have
your
I
name
committed?
and date of birth,
What
sir.
crime? What crime have you seen me commit?
I haven't seen you commit a crime.
What crime?
I haven't seen you commit a crime.
What crime?
I haven't seen you commit a crime.
What crime?
So clearly the collective cities of London are keeping it in the family. That clip, the sister city, London, Ohio, and now we jump into London, Kentucky, where the police have no accountability. And if you attempt even for a second to try and hold them accountable, well, they'll just arrest you.
I want to speak to the sergeant that hung me up. I was calling to make a complaint.
Okay, yeah. Hang on 1 second.
Yep.
Now this is going to be important to remember. So keep in mind, the sergeant called him and asked him to come down to the police department to fill out his complaint. Are they coming back out here?
Yeah, they will be.
You the one I talked to on the phone? You the one I talked to on the phone?
Yeah.
Just to let you know, I am recording you.
You have your ID?
Huh?
You have your ID?
You don't need to see my ID. Unless you suspect me of committing a crime. What are we going all the way back here for?
Because I'm done talking with you.
What do you mean you're done talking with me? You can't do that. You just pushed me out the door.
Did you guys see that? There's only two explanations as to why that could happen. Explanation number one, the sergeant had this guy drive to the police station all the way from his house, knowing that he was going to have him come in under the pretenses that he was going to file a complaint, and then he was going to have his fun by violating his First and Fourth Amendment right and literally shoving him out the back door. Option number one makes him seem like an asshole. Option two, this cop asks him for ID twice. Both times he declines. And at that moment, he decided that no complaints were going to happen. He was just going to assault a citizen and throw him out a back door. Still making this cop just as big of an asshole. But Bismo Funyuns isn't done. He's going right back in.
Just push me out the door, buddy. No. Not going fucking out. Where's that sergeant at? You just assaulted me.
Oh, is that what happened?
You pushed me out the door and I got it on camera.
Okay. Go away.
Go away.
You need to go away.
I wanted to make a complaint.
Now in Kentucky, citizens have the legal and lawful ability to file complaints against police officers. And both policy and law direct that the supervising officer take the complaint from the citizen, provide a formal receipt, and then pass the complaint along to that specific department head, whether that be internal affairs or the chief of police. However, London, Kentucky police violate state law and their own policy. If you have a complaint against them, well, you get attacked.
I want to make a complaint.
Okay, well then that's evidence again. Either that's evidence again. Either that.
Bismo says he's going to file a complaint, so the cop tries to steal his phone, saying it's evidence. However, it can only be seized if Bismo committed a crime. Without a crime, reasonable articulable suspicion, or probable cause, the police officer has no lawful ability to seize his phone. Less so to even grab at it and try and steal it from out of his hands. London, Kentucky, the sister city of London, Ohio. You guys have a lot in common.
Or go out. You get out right now.
Get out? What do you...
Get out of the daggone.
Why are you pushing me?
Get out.
I want to make a complaint.
Get out.
You have two officers speeding on the interstate over 100 miles an hour.
Go on.
What do you mean go on?
Get out.
You cannot, you can't, you just pushed
out.
me again.
Get out.
You're a witness of this, right? Did you just push me?
Can I take him to jail? Go.
Take me to jail for what? What are you going to take me to jail for? False imprisonment.
Medicine.
This citizen wants to file a complaint and he's not taking no for an answer. This citizen's Fourth Amendment right doesn't only state that he has the right to be free in his person, his papers, and effects, but it guarantees him forward progress and free movement without that movement being impeded. And it's not just a violation of his Fourth Amendment right, it's assault. He comes back in and now they're assaulting him a second time. And they really want this guy to go to jail, so they're going to charge him. They know he can't be trespassed from a public place, especially without having committed a crime. So he questioningly looks at his sidekick and says, resisting? Well, in the state of Kentucky, resisting is only a secondary or supplemental charge, which means you have to be arrested for something else before you can resist the effected arrest. For example, you're engaging in disorderly conduct, you're placed under arrest, and then you resist. Then the secondary supplemental charge of resisting will come into play. But resisting can't be a primary charge. Resisting arrest is typically a secondary charge, meaning that it is usually added on to other charges. It occurs when a person interferes with an officer's actions used in an arrest. This charge can be highly subjective, meaning that it can depend heavily on the interpretation of the arresting officer. Maybe this cop wasn't so dumb after all. Maybe that's why he used that specific charge. Because it's entirely officer discretion. And when you go through 6 weeks of training, give somebody a badge and a gun, and on top of that, give them qualified immunity and discretion, literally nothing good has ever come from that, as we're about to see. And you'll see the other taller cop respond with a head nod. It's game on.
That's false imprisonment, sir.
I mean, it's totally illegal for a cop to get unhinged, go hands-on, and act this way if you got a mask on and you're filming a police station during an audit. It's even more so illegal when cops do this to a citizen that's literally filing a complaint. Now, there's 5 components to the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, and one of those comments is the right of the people to redress their grievances to their government. And this is absolutely not allowed here in London. So, refusing him the ability to file the complaint and then violating his rights because he wanted to complain isn't just an ethical or policy issue. It's absolutely a constitutional one, because complaints literally fall under that component of your right to redress your grievances. This country was under British rule when it started a revolution over a tea tax and their inability to redress their government and their right to not be taxed without representation. These are the basic founding principles of this country, but these principles are totally foreign to the London, Kentucky Police Department. Make sure you check out Bismo Funyuns. His channel link and original video link will be in the description of this video. Tell him Accountability for All sent you. Until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today.